Because there's stark contrast, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's severe or bare in appearance or outline. There you go.
So what does Starklord mean?
Means he's a severe lord.
Oh, that's severe. But anyway, we are first looking at our submitter. Spawning on the top left corner of Gressvan LE, it is the red Terran player. It is Frost.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gressvan. Oh my god.
Okay.
I believe that was a 14 pool, if I'm not mistaken. We do have the blue Zerg. It is Starklord. I may have missed it, but I don't think that was a 12 pool. I think that was a bit of a later pool timing. But regardless, a pool first nonetheless coming out from our Zerg player here. Oh boy.
Well, lad, you were asking, will all of the games be cheese? The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. So we do have the hatchery on the way. Ling should be in production momentarily once this spawning pool does finish. But even though we're going to have Lings and even though we're going to be aggressive across the map, I don't really know how much more damage we can get done. I think this is just designed to maybe force a cancel on the low ground building CC. Nothing too major from there.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we will see. I mean, you can always just, decide to turn it into a link flood later if the links get enough damage. But it does look like Starklord is going for a third base. So, yeah, probably just some early harassment.
Yeah, exactly. Again, this is designed to bypass the initial scout, to slip out across the map as well, and to do some damage here. But oh my god, sorry, I've been a little bit distracted by chat. Yeah, Frost, was this a CC first? It may have been, because the CC is just about to finish up just in time. The Lings show up, but there's nothing for them to really do here. To be fair, there are no units. The Reaper does have to... Oh, we went for a react. Spirit, is that you? Frost, this is your best Spirit impersonation. You're crazy, Pop. You're crazy. Oh my god.
Look, links are not gonna kill this base in time. There's not enough of them. So it's fine.
Yeah, my eyes were only... Oh my god, we're going for a reactor into a tech lab first as well. Frost, you're so greedy, Papi. You're so greedy.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not like this CC is on fire or anything.
No, this is fine. Look, Terrans, they don't need their CCs. It can be on fire. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, Frost, he's doing his best Spirit impersonation. He went for a CC first into a reactor, follow-up into a tech lab as well. 0 units.
Who needs units anyway? Units are overrated.
I was so distracted by what Starklord was doing, I didn't realize that Frost was clowning. Oh my god.
Look, now the 2 Marines are out, the orbital is fine, and I mean, Starklord is just droning, so there's no danger.
Well, I mean, this is like a hard counter. Like, Frost kind of hard countered Starklord. Like, Starklord has literally done nothing with this opener. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's like some history between these two players. I don't know if there's like, maybe they face off many times before on the ladder. But yeah, this is gonna work out so well for Frost. And
Frost is going 3cc before starport as well.
Yeah. I mean, this is beautiful. This is a 3cc. Sorry, this is a 2-on-1 3cc opener as well. So going to be a little bit more robust when it comes to the overall Marine count, but again, I was so distracted. My eyes were only for the Zerg because I was expecting them to be up to something a little bit more. And to be fair, we are rushing into a really fast lair, so the craziness is not stopping.
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning of it. I mean, they do seem a little bit worried making a spine crawler in their third base.
What's happening? Why do we have spine crawlers?
I think they saw the opener that they just got scared. Like this is not normal. This is not normal.
He saw 2 Raxes with add-ons and he threw down 2 spines. He's crazy.
Yeah.
After the initial 6 links, he hasn't made anything. He's taking all of his gases. Because of this fast lair, he can go 2 base, or it isn't even 2 base really, but he can rush into a Spire if he wants to. He can go full Eric and go like Swarm Host. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Oh my god.
Oh, you're going Hydra. We are going Hydra.
We casted this earlier this week. It's Miyamika versus Spirit, Papi. It's
There you go.
oh my god.
They're just, doing their best recreation of the game, and I mean, we'll see if they can get similar results.
Like, I don't want to pick favorites, but I love this game. This is just actually crazy. This is just, yeah, you love to see it. Okay, so we do have the hydrogen finishing up. We're getting into 1-1, by the way, with range upgrades for Ling Hydra, which is something that I would have thought only Miyamika does, but apparently this player Starklord, he's willing to do the same thing as well, or I say the same thing, a similar thing. I'm shooketh.
I mean, Brood War composition still works in this day, in a way.
Yeah, I see in the chat, I see Frost saying 0 history. Oh, you're just crazy. He's like, estoy loco, papi.
Yes, estoy loco.
Oh my god.
Lurkers! We have lurkers
We're
in the
rushing
way.
into lurkers? Oh my, he's crazy. He's gonna die. He deserves to die.
I mean,
what this Zerg player is doing is
the
illegal.
Marines are here.
If the Marines are here, there are no Bailings whatsoever. We're gonna stim on forward. There are enough Hydras to push us back. This could we have maybe fought this? Maybe, but it would have been a tight trade for Frost. As he wants to be a little bit safer and secure, he does pull back. He does at least see the Hydras themselves.
I mean, yeah, the Hydras do have solid DPS, so even a small number of them could probably deal with this drop. So I would assume it would be like an exchange of units, a complete trade. But those lurkers are on the way, and one thing I hear about Terrans all the time is their PTSD about those specifically.
Well, again, like if we look at the units tab, we have 13 Hydras and that's it. We only have 2 Queens as well. Like, what Starklord is doing is illegal as a Zerg player in ZVT. Like, this can be punished so hard, whether it's with drop play, whether it's a committed push as well with Bio Tank. Like, we had no Bailings. We barely had anything to hold. I do think that if Frost had committed there, he probably could have killed all the Hydras. It would have been a rough trade, but I don't think I mean, there's no reason for him to know that his opponent was just cutting so many corners. And now we have successfully rushed into Lurkers. This is disgusting.
Yeah. The lurkers are out and they are marching towards the enemy. No fear whatsoever.
Yeah.
Are they just gonna sneak into the base?
Well, the army's been spotted. Frost is in the midst of moving out. Starklord is going for that counterattack. This means that he won't have... Oh no, he will have 5 more lurkers back at home. We do have 3 CC, so hopefully we have a couple of scans. But Starklord, he is going to be wedging himself in between the bases.
Yeah, just go straight for the middle. And I mean, at the same time, the army of Frost is in the base of Stark, and there are some lurkers to defend, but they will be scanned.
Yeah, and there we go. The scan is real. Every single lurker is going to be going down. We have 2 more on top of the ramp, and is there another scan available? Up! Oh no.
Doesn't look like... I think Frost is a little bit distracted by the lurkers at his home, that they are wrecking his base right now. They are even reaching the orbital.
Yeah, exactly. They are reaching the orbital as we speak. We do have the lurkers being split up as well. Frost getting into a really good position here on the front lines, is within range of that hatchery, but Leaks are coming in to reinforce, and Starklord should be able to hold.
Yeah, he will clean up that army, and at the same time, the lurkers are still at the base of Frost, still dealing damage.
Yeah, decent splits here out of Frost. He should be able to barely clean this up with his Marines. With 1 scan, he does take down all 3. No! Oh, the scan runs out! No!
Yeah, the single lurker does remain, and there's another one at the 3rd base as well. Also, both of the E-base went down in this attack, so no upgrades for Frost either.
No upgrades whatsoever, and I mean, we do have 1-1, thankfully, but we do have to restart those E-base for 2-2. We do have another scan available. This is one of those moments where, should we get a Raven? We still have plenty of energy for scan. We can deal with this, but like every scan is hurting Frost so much as he gets knocked down to 2 base economy. At the same time, Starklord doesn't have the best drone count either. To be fair, like his worker saturation is not looking too good at all.
Yeah, he definitely focused on rushing the tech and not so much on the base. He's getting more hatcheries, but there's still not enough drones for all of them.
Yeah, he's triple expanding. He's triple expanding as we speak. I think Starklord has recognized that his worker count is really not what it needs to be to sustain this kind of army, especially with these losses. He's been throwing away a lot of lurkers, and he actually hasn't been doing that much economic damage. He's been killing facilities like engineering base, of course, and trading well with the army, but no economic damage. So Frost is still in a pretty good position.
Yeah, another Lingeranbai is trying to sneak in, but there are tanks to defend. I guess he will trade with a few of the Marines, but those are not major losses there for Frost. I guess some friendly fire as well, though.
Yeah, exactly. And now we do have the double drop across map looking to maybe pick off one of these stray buildings here, as we do have quite a lot of hatcheries being taken by Starklord. We do see Frost just dive on top of the Hydras, and this is a trade that he can take. A lot of Hydras going to be going down.
Yeah, this time he dives in straight onto the Hydras, and he will. Frost will take quite a few of them, but there's still more remaining and more lurkers on the way.
Yeah, but he's still trading Marines for gas, basically, so this is still a more efficient trade from Frost, but the lurkers are hitting the field. There's so many of them. They surround the drop, and Starklord is getting away with all these expansions, and he is looking to saturate them. He is getting up towards that 80 worker count.
And this is when the Terrans are starting to smudge.
Oh yeah, if you're a Terran in the chat, I think Yaku. I mean, this is why Asher left. Asher.
Yeah, this is why Asher left.
He could feel a disturbance in the smudge. He could feel the doomer coming, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. And in the absence of Asher, Yaku has shown up in the chat, and he said it himself. It's not safe for Terran.
Yeah, not safe for that. I mean, if you remember, Asher was like, when you were like, oh, maybe you will cast a replay, I was like, no, I can't do it. Like, he just left. So that's it. He knew. Yeah, he felt it.
Asher, he knew. He knew ahead of time. He could feel the lunkers inside him, and he wanted none of it. So, oh boy, yeah, we'll see how this does all turn out in the end, as we do see a couple of scans thrown down. Decent splits towards the end. A lot of Marines are going down, but they do take down every single one of these lurkers.
Yeah, and I mean, we have 14 back at home. There's still more.
There's a lot of lunkers, Papi. A lot of lunkers. Talking about this game, I mean
the lurkers are actually split around the map. There are like small groups of them here and there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Starklord finally has a decent worker count. Actually, it's going to be oversaturating, even going up towards 100 drones. This I'm not too sure about. 100 drones, like when you exceed the 80 to 90 worker count, it's so you can have a small army, but like a trading army, like Lingbane Hydra. You just keep trading and keep rebuilding. Because his army is mainly Hydra Lurker, it's usually not a good idea to go up to a high drone count like this, because your army is really tech heavy, and it's just going to be small, and you don't want to lose these lurkers anyway. They take a long time to rebuild.
Yeah, they will have barely any support, and they're catching some Marines, so that's always nice, but they are all dying quite fast, because, you know, those Marine groups are quite overpowering them. There's some interesting lurker speed on the bottom side of the map as well, and we'll see if Frost will be running into this.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, Starklord, he goes up to 116 drones, and I do believe this is hurting him. It's hurting him more than it's helping him at this point. It does mean that if Starklord loses too many lurkers at once, then he's going to be very vulnerable to a counterattack. And Frost may be looking for that opportunity, as he himself is cutting the map in half and taking 4 bases.
Yeah, but Starklord is still expanding, taking this very forward base close to the bases of Frost, and we'll see if he can hold it, because, I mean, the Marines are going around there.
Yeah, as it looks like Frost is going to be catching a mineral line here, and this is going to be helping Starklord, to be honest. I think he should be losing these drones. These are good things for him. He likes it, Papi. He likes it. But the Marines, they dive on top of this army as well. He wants a lurker, and it looks like he will not get one.
Yeah, at the same time, there are lurkers back at home of Frost, dealing some damage to the mineral line, dealing damage to the units. The ghosts are there, and he will try to snipe them, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, and the lurkers will be going down. We're getting into ghost production. So far, Frost has been doing well, going tank, marine, ghost. We should be seeing some liberators incorporated soon as well. Without vipers, I do think that Starklord is going to have a really hard time playing against liberators. I'm just quickly checking. If you look at the units tab, his attacking units are 2 lings and nothing but lurkers. It's pure lurker.
Frost in the chat is for the best. I'm pretty sure Asher wouldn't have lived through this cast.
He wouldn't have. He would have gone a long time ago. Aye. But this is so bad, actually. Like, we have pure lurker coming out from Starklord. He has no anti-air, and liberators are in production. So Frost is fully aware of what works best against this, and yeah, I think this is kind of slipping away from Starklord. I think he had like an explosive, like, early to mid game, but not much else from there.
Yeah, and as you said, like, having just lurkers is probably not ideal, and there is not a lot of support for them, so eventually, like, Frost will be able to just find a way through them, and then there will be not much left.
Yeah, exactly. So my eyes are on Starklord to see how he does support this army. Whether it's with Vipers, whether it's with, I don't know, like even switching into Broodlord Infestor. Oh boy. And here we go as
As
Mhm.
as Frost rephrased what I said, it said marine groups are indeed quite overpowered. You said it, not me.
Nah, you said it as well. Like I heard that as well. Like you're like the Marines are quite overpowering.
Yeah.
Like there was a bit of a delay between the overpowered and the ing.
Look.
Like I did
Oh, the
notice that.
lurkers
I did
though!
notice
The
that.
lurkers! They're marching in! They're
Oh,
just walking in!
they're all dying. Yeah. The Lurker Mines are doing well for themselves, but we rush into tanks, we rush into Liberators. Just like that, Starklord loses his entire Lurker army.
Yeah, that was it. There's one left. There's only one lurker alive.
The question, no, this is a deserved question mark. No, I'm with Frost on this one.
I mean, fair.
As a Zerg player, Starklord makes me upset. Oh my god, Starklord threw away literally every single lurker. There is one lurker remaining on the map. We have 17 more on the way. But I'll be honest, we just have to wait for Starklord to do that again. Like, that's... Yeah.
I mean, I was saying that was very weird. Like, it feels like it was a mistake because we just moved commanded straight into the base and they just walked through like tank fire and everything. They
Yeah.
didn't stop.
I think it was intentional because if he walked up and then I think he would just want to make sure that all the lurkers were in range to actually get their spines off. Like I think that was
Yeah,
intentional, and it was not
yeah,
the
but
best move.
like it was like walking straight through the army. Like
Yeah,
that's not helping.
it's not, but it was intentional. Yeah. I've seen apes like
I've
this
seen the
before.
chat.
It's happened before. Yeah. Oh, Starklord,
Happy day.
he likes it. He's happy. He likes it, Papi. He likes it. Oh, it's beautiful. And really, that's all that matters. You know, when you play StarCraft, you just want to just make sure you have a good time. Doesn't matter what's going on. Oh, he wants to do it again.
Oh, no.
Oh, oh, oh no.
Ah, they're walking. They're marching forward.
Yeah.
Look at them. Okay, now they burrow,
The
actually.
snipes
At
are
least that.
insane here from Frost, and just like that, half the lurkers go down. Spines are going off as well on these ghosts, to be fair, so not the... It's still a really bad trade from Starklord, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was not as bad as the first one, but yeah, it's still not ideal.
Yeah, this angle was a little bit less congested, so Starklord could do a little bit more with his army. I don't know why we're getting +2 melee right now. But Starklord is now making Vipers, so it looks like we have realized that pure Lurker is not good and that something like Vipers can help. But at this point, it's been rough. Let me tell you that, it's been rough.
Yeah, it's been rough, and we have 3 lurkers left. There are a lot of hydras, so we will probably be making more, but yeah, this army does not look all that great compared to, what Frost has been working on.
Yeah, personally, I would enjoy a more heavy Liberator army, but this still works fine. Like, the pure tank army, it helps a lot more, especially when your opponent is aping into you. I do think that the Liberator army is better at this. It's better at engaging and diving on top of the lurkers instead. So they kind of play different roles, and they both serve their uses. They're both good against lurkers in their own way, and you see Frost looking to push out. Frost is the first player to remax. Starklord now has some Vipers, though.
Round 3 is coming. There are all these ghosts here.
Oh my god, a lot of ghosts are gonna get taken out by some of those lurker spines. Solid EMP on half of the Vipers, but not quite on all of them.
Yeah, the Liberators are trying to siege, but the Vipers are pulling them away, so the lurkers are actually still alive.
That was one of the saddest joinks I've ever seen. Starklord, he abducted the Liberator and it just resieged and nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
nothing shoots up.
Yeah, there's no anti-air. There's no answer. I mean, what do you do against Liberators? Nothing. They can just do whatever they want.
I guess you just move them around so they can never siege for too long? Question mark?
But yeah, from here, again, that's probably like my one biggest criticism is that you could probably be more active with Liberator Sieges, but regardless, like, it doesn't matter because like Starklord is just throwing so much away. Does have a good bank behind this, a good mineral bank at least, but not too much gas here. So Starklord, after like 1 or 2 more bad fights, he is going to give Frost the opportunity to go for a big counterattack.
Yeah, well, for now, he's kind of sieging this position, not really. I mean, Frost is just passing him by, and yeah, I just don't know what the plan is.
Yeah. Parabombs, they're going to help a little bit here, but they don't have the DPS required to kill a Liberator. And there we go. We do force you on Burrow. We do force you on Siege. I do think we can just leapfrog forward with these libs and just bully the Lurkers back. The snipes are real, and every Viper goes down.
Yeah, every Viper goes down. A lot of these Lurkers are low on health. The Liberators are sieging together with the scans, so all of the rest of these Lurkers will be dealt with.
Yeah, not the most... some rough fights there from Frost, but he cleans up the Lurkers anyway, and... Yeah.
But light. There's 18 more coming up.
Yeah, there are 18 more Lurkers. There's a lot of Lurkers. Oh, he likes it again. He likes it.
He's having fun.
He is. He's having fun. He's enjoying life, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters is that we're enjoying ourselves. We do see him rotating around here. This is being spotted by the center tower of Frost. He's fully aware he's going to be able to siege up in time, or is it in time? Up.
Just barely, but the Lurkers did siege as well, and I guess it's a siege unit versus a siege unit, but I think tanks have a little bit more range.
Yeah, the tanks do push away the Lunkers. We did once again lose a couple too many ghosts as well. I think that's probably the best chance that Starklord has, is that in every engagement we are losing like 4 or 5 ghosts, and those are some rough trades here from Frost. He doesn't want to be throwing them away. He himself has, you know, she herself has a limited gas bank available, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, but as you see, Starklord is actually running completely out of gas. Like, those numbers getting really low, so this is the end of this remaxing on Lurkers. Like, they actually have to go for Lings.
Which again, I think is a good thing for Starklord. I think having a more...
It is, but like, we would expect that sooner, especially with the melee upgrades, but no, this is the time.
Yeah, so Starklord has run out of gas, literally, and is now forced to make Lings, which is going to help Starklord a lot when it comes to having a more refined army and well-rounded army overall. Solid abducts here as well in these tanks. These past couple of moments have been much better here for Starklord, I will say that at least. But alas, it feels a little bit too little too late as... Oh boy, yeah, this is a game that's happening.
Yeah? Yeah. You like TvZ? Well, let me introduce you to Siege Tanks versus Siege Lurkers. As the Liberators are sieging upon this base of Frost, of Starklord. Obviously they cannot kill the hatchery, but the tanks can, and now the Hydras are here to reinforce that they may actually be able to deal with some of these Liberators, but not if they walk straight into the zones.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a couple of yoinks do come in. We have some counter snipes as well on those Vipers as well. So, again, good trades coming out from Frost. Again, the snipes are real.
Somebody in the chat asked for units lost. Do you want to know how many Lurkers died this game?
Oh my god. Look at how much gas. Look at how much gas we've been burning. Oh my god.
125 Lurkers dead.
125 Lunkers, 8 Vipers, almost 22,000 gas. Now we've hit that juicy 22,000 mark. God.
Oh, hold on, we're getting Hydra speed.
Yo, let's go. Hydra speed on the way, Papi. Let's go. Gonna be zooming.
So we can reinforce these Lurkers faster.
Yeah. I see some people in the chat saying as well, like, what about BC? Like, anything in the sky. Yeah, BC, Liberator, Sky Terran just would completely demolish this. But again, Frost has been just out trading Starklord the entire time anyway.
Yeah, sniping some overlords as well, because why not?
This isn't the first time that we've casted a game where we've seen mass lurker, but this is far more entertaining than Dave Tester's replay.
Wow.
When Dave
That's
Tester
harsh.
was
Okay.
playing, nah, that's not harsh. That's fine. When Dave Tester was playing against pure lurker, and he was just ramming just like immortals and
Ah, okay.
disruptors without any novas going off into nothing but lurkers, and I appreciate this a lot more. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
I guess this is kind of the opposite, where the lurkers are ramming themselves into the
Yeah,
Terra.
yeah. This is actually the opposite of Dave Tester's replay, 100%.
Because the lurkers are rotating down the map once again.
Oh my god. Planetary is going to be going down. Tanks are looking to keep up here with the rotations, but the lurkers are getting on top of the tanks.
And they will be catching quite a
Ooh.
few of them. The ghosts are here, but they will be dying as well.
Yeah, the ghosts are in range. They did step a little bit too close to the lurkers, and they will take a massive hit. Just like that, Frost loses a lot of supply.
Yeah, and has to evacuate this bottom base as well. And the reinforcements are coming, but they're walking straight into the lurker range.
Yeah, they really are. Like this again, this is actually a really good moment for Starklord. He's been trading so efficiently, catching so many ghosts, catching so many tanks as well. There's still no answer to Liberators, and Liberators are just gonna eventually clean this up, and there are those snipes that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, the problem of Liberators is that they do have re-siege every time the lurkers move, and they have been relocating quite a lot, but eventually they will be able to deal with them.
Yeah, eventually they will, and there we go. The lurkers are being cleaned up. And even though Frost did trade pretty poorly these most recent fights, it doesn't matter because Frost can remax, Frost can rebuild, and Starklord cannot, as Starklord is still out of gas.
Yeah, we have one lurker.
The Hydras are trying to push in towards the north. They're pushing into a wall of tanks, and every single Hydra is going to be going down. But
Yeah,
okay.
we have 6 Hydras on the map and 2 lurkers and 7 Vipers.
Oh. Bye.
So nice hatchery on the bottom. Good one.
And yeah, from here, again, Frost is going to be able to remax takedown. That was a kill, not a cancel on that southern hatchery. We are running out of gas geysers, actually. We only have 4 mining gases available for Starklord. Sorry, 5 mining gases. It's the 4 at the top and the 1 gas geyser in the center of the map. And once they do run out, and they will, then Starklord will have no choice but to only make lings.
Yeah, I mean, I guess good thing that he has the 10,000 minerals backed up for all the lings.
I mean, he's making a lot of lings. He's going for a massive counterattack. He's going to try and catch this army unsieged.
Yeah, he does catch a few of the tanks with the lings, which is nice, but now all of the Vipers are running into the Terran army.
Yeah, they are. We do have some decent parasitic bombs, but again, that's not going to be enough to bring down these Liberators. We have a couple follow-up power bombs as well being thrown away, but again, I don't know if you saw Starklord, like he went for a massive link counterattack and he lost everything, every single link for like 2 tanks.
Hi, you're making more lurkers.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are we making lunkers right now? This doesn't. Meanwhile, I don't know if you saw, but Frost did make a nuke, so we could be seeing some nukes hit the field. Let's go. I don't think there's anything to nuke, but okay.
Imagine just nuking straight in the middle of all of these lurkers. That'd be so good.
What we want to see. And here we go. The lurkers are rotating over towards the southern portion of the map. They run into all of these ghosts. The lings are going to be going down. The ghosts overpower the lurkers. There's only 3 lunkers left, and now there are none.
Yeah. And with so many orbitals around the map, like we have scans for days, so we don't really have to worry about detection either.
Yeah, no worries at all. Oh boy. And from here, we do see Hellbats actually being produced. You'd love to see it. So it looks like Frost has recognized, hey, my opponent is running out of gas. They're just making nothing but lings. Let me just make Hellbats. Let me just make Hellions and Hellbats, and I should be perfectly fine. The lings are going for a big counterattack. They're actually going to be running all the way into the natural.
Or even main base. No, they stop in the natural. They trying to see what they can get, doing some damage to the infrastructure, but at the same time, Frost has this offensive position as well.
Yeah, he does have that offensive position, which he can now abandon and race back home to deal with all these things. The Lings are doing a lot of damage, don't get us wrong, but they will all be cleaned up. Thankfully, Starklord has 9,000 minerals in the bank, so he can rebuild all these Lings and do it again.
Yeah, and Frost will have to clean this up, but not without suffering quite a lot of losses. Even some barracks will be going down, it looks like, and there are still more Lings going around bases.
Yeah, there's still Lings all over the place, just wreaking havoc, just making life difficult here for Frost, as we do have Starklord just rebuilding and remaxing again on more Lings, on more Hydras, on more Lunkers.
Yeah, we need more Lurkers. As we are also getting what is it?
These two Lings are killing like every single mule here, by the way. At this,
Oh, true. They are still there.
Yeah.
So we just sit here in silence, just looking at
Oh, we
another
gotta do it
wave
again. I
of
mean, the Lings are going for another round by just to the main again.
Yeah.
He can do this like
we're doing it again.
like 10 more times.
Do you think Frost actually loses this game to Link?
No shot.
I
like even if the Lings kill everything in the main and kill everything at the natural, like Frost is still fine. Like Frost can just keep like the important production buildings with the main army anyway. I don't think Starklord can ever fight the main army of Frost, to be honest.
Sure, but we are losing a lot of production and like tech.
Yeah. It's okay. Frost likes it.
Oh, okay. You say so.
It's fine. As we do have a large Ling Lurker force here towards the south. They're going to be able to get on top of these tanks. They're going to be able to lay siege upon the southern base as well. And Starklord is making some moves happen.
Yeah, and Frost was distracted with their main base, so now all these lurkers are coming in, and actually there's no resistance.
Yeah, there's nothing here whatsoever. Some of the new production buildings are being laid siege upon. Frost is turning back around with their army, and hopefully should be able to clean this up as well. I am getting a little bit concerned here as well because of Frost's overall production. Oh my god, the choke point is real, and the lurker spines go off. Oh.
Yeah, and even when the army is not dying, the production is, and the production in the main base was damaged, and now this rebuild one is also going down. A lot of the ghosts are dying as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but Frost thought they were safe to actually rush forward with the ghost. Then the Overseer came in. The Overseer came in, and all those ghosts were so exposed. The punish was real, and every ghost goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 left in the army, but I don't even... Yeah, there are 3 ghosts total on the map, but now Starklord has this position and another Link run-by is coming.
Yeah, a bit of a careless move from Frost. Now suddenly everything is looking so much more closer. Frost plummets in supply. Still has a lot of resources to work with, don't get me wrong. But the harassment here from Starklord is becoming a little bit too much. And this is why I said earlier that I do think that it's a good thing that Starklord is running out of gas, because he's achieving so much more with all these Ling run-bys, harassing and distracting Frost.
Look at the hatcheries on the bottom. What's this? It's just hatcheries.
Yeah, we do have hatcheries on the bottom of the map to spread that creep and take those crucial mining bases. Every single mineral patch counts so much right now because Starklord is running out of resources. He needs to take some of Frost's money, basically.
Yeah, and more Links are running in, but this time they are running into Hellbat, so they won't be able to achieve quite as much, but they're at least making quite a lot of chaos in the base.
Yeah, they are, as they're going to be catching a stray tank here and there as well. Like, Frost is losing quite a lot of these high-value units over time, and this base towards the south, it's so important that Starklord actually gets this up and running, and it's so important that Frost doesn't allow the Zerg player to take this base.
And Frost will try to take it down. There are even some drones on the front. I'm not sure if that was intentional. And yeah, we'll see what Frost can do here. The lurkers are set up, but there's not that many of them. But how many ghosts do we still have?
I see Eva in the chat. Maybe if we make, if we, if we get 66
Maybe we get
lurkers,
66 lurkers.
we can beat the ghost. Surely more lurkers will work. Oh, Eva, look
And then
away,
like
puppy, look away.
the female says like, wait, what the fuck? I was memeing. Why is it working?
Aye, aye, aye. Eva, you don't
Morning.
understand.
We have another run by once again going for the main base, as at the same time Frost is fighting that base on the bottom, and actually there is not a lot of there. The lookers alone cannot hold it.
Or can they?
Or can they?
Yeah, as the Link counterattack is doing so much damage, bases are falling left and right. The main base is now under threat. Oh, ghosts and tanks are going down. Very high value units, very high gas units are being picked off by these Lings.
Yeah. Actually, where do we have the Ghost Academy? Because one of them did go down.
It's at the northern.
Oh,
base.
okay. It's at the top. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Safe.
Ghost Academy is safe. Link counterattack has been dealt with, and now Frost can focus on their siege. And oh boy, we are. Yeah, this is going to be a tough base to break here. We do have a lot of Spore Crawlers to help deal with these Liberators. More Ghosts are joining the fray. Because of our massive mineral bank, Starklord can remax once again with Lings.
Yeah, there are quite a few of them already here. There's a Viper as well, which would be nice, but again, there's no anti-air, so it's not gonna be able to do much to the Liberator. But the Lynx run by straight by the Hellions or Hellbats.
Yeah, they do run past the army. A lot of them do get shaved off, and now we're going for another massive counterattack here. Behind the bases, we're going to some of the mining bases of Frost, and we're focusing down the SCVs.
Yeah, as at the same time, another run by goes straight for the main base and would be doing more damage to the production.
Yeah, exactly, and eventually this will be cleaned up by all these Hellions and Hellbats, thankfully. Not too much damage is going to be dealt, but Frost is knocked down to only 26 SCVs. To be fair, SCVs don't really matter too much. Like, we're muling at this point anyway because of all our orbitals. But, that is quite a blow, and Starklord is now mining these gases at Frost base. He's now taking those gas geysers, as he's literally out of gas everywhere else. That's all the gas on the map.
Oh.
Starklord.
Oh. So those are the last lurkers he can make.
Yeah, pretty much. These are the final lurkers being made here for Starklord. Frost has been able to max out with a pretty solid army. 9 Liberators, that is what we've been missing. Liberators have arrived. Freedom is going to be brought upon to the Zerg, and what can they do in the face of freedom?
I mean, they can send all of these links to the Terran's base, I guess.
And that's the only... Oh, the tanks! Oh, God! The tanks do manage to get out in time, but these Lings, they are a tank-killing force, and the Lings here towards the north are all going to they're all going to go down.
Yeah, the tanks are dealt with. The SCVs will be falling next. The Liberators cannot just quite catch all of the links in time. And there will be a lot of damage done here in this base.
It really will be. But there aren't enough spores here. To be honest, we just need a solid scan. We can siege up on these lurkers, and there are a couple of spores here in position, sure, but if we can somehow deal with those, then Frost should be able to clean up what is little is left, what is little that is left of these lurkers. But here comes the Viper. Up!
Yeah, getting some parabombs on these Liberators. The Medivacs have to escape as well. Very nice split there from Frost.
Yeah, exactly. You know that one nuke would be amazing right now. Do we still have it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I saw that Ghost walking forward. I was like, are we nuking?
If we had that one nuke, this would be perfect, because we can't evacuate, we can't leave the space, because the nuke, it can kill the spores, it can just open things up for that assault, and I mean, who needs a nuke when you have tanks anyway? This is fine.
Yeah, the tanks will deal with most of this anyway, but yeah, I was gonna say that this is a really nicely fortified Zerg base, but I mean, with all the tanks here, I think the adventure will go through it, and I think Starklord realizes that as well as he keeps moving to the farther positions.
Yeah, exactly. We are slow pushing onto this base. The hatchery is under threat. One of the gas geysers has gone down. Liberators siege up, and freedom has arrived. This entire mineral line is going to be going down alongside the base.
Yeah, the base is going down. There is still that one more hatchery, but it will be in range eventually, as Frost is now just leapfrogging the tanks forward, and I mean, we still have a lot of links, so it's still kind of scary for the tanks. But I think this position is secured.
As long as Frost doesn't get caught on siege, she should be fine. Frost should be fine at this point. That one Liberator doing a lot of damage here on the right hand side. The Ling Hydra looking for a better angle of attack. We're going through the middle once again. We're going straight for the main, I imagine, or maybe even the northern bases. Where are we going?
We're just going. We're going. That's it.
We don't know where. We're just moving forward. Okay.
Anywhere but not where the tanks are.
Exactly, and we do rotate over towards the northern bases of Frost. The planetary is going to be going down instantly, and this is where that Ghost Academy is. It's going to be going down.
Yeah, the Ghost Academy will be eventually cleaned up, and that means no more ghosts for Frost. So whatever ghost Frost has is everything. There will be no more snipes, no nukes, no nothing.
Yeah, thankfully we have 16 ghosts, and we don't really need ghosts right now against Ling Hydra. You know, like Marines, mines, tanks. I mean, it's fine what we're working with. But here we go. We have the Lings once again headed towards that main base. Frost rotates over as well and has their main army.
Yeah, the tanks were a little bit of a bait. The Lynx tried to dive onto them, but there is all of these Hellbats here as well, so they were able to deal with most of the Zerg army.
Yeah, the tanks just bully the Zerg away. We do see them on forward as well. These Lurker Spines are doing a lot of damage, but here come the snipes.
Yeah, a lot of the Lurkers are getting sniped. There is no more support for them. Another wave of Lynx is coming, but this is the rest of the Zerg army.
Yeah, and there we go. Every single Lurker just got sniped. We pick up what little is left, and there are only Lings remaining here for Starklord. Literally no gas left to make anything else other than Lings.
Yeah, we still have 5 Hydras and a single Viper that dealt with this Medivac, to be fair, which was a nice snipe there. But yeah, this will be just Lynx from now on.
Well, yeah, just Lings remaining here for Starklord, and I mean, we got those 5 Hydras, as you were saying. We're going to be rotating over towards this southern base to try to deny whatever mining we can. It looks like the Hydras are trying to get behind the Liberator to snipe them, but they get in range of the tank. Oh.
Yeah, it was a nice little move going around the liberation zones, but the tanks are there in range, and now it's 1 Hydra.
1 Hydra remaining, 1 Hydra to rule them all. I'm afraid to look, but let's look. Let's quickly look. Units lost have 176 Lurkers have died this game. GG.
GG. That is all.
See him. Sweet freedom. Sweet release. Get me out of here. Freedom.
Oh boy.
uh,
Oh boy. What have we just watched?
Oh god, I'm just having a look at the units, the resources lost here at the end. 176 Lurkers, 18 Vipers, 1,059 Lings, over 1,000 Lings.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Oh god. Look how many drones died this game. 61.
That's...
Yeah, barely any.
I mean, compared to the Lurkers.
Yeah, yeah. Ichi. Well played.
Was it well played though?
Remember
how the game started?
Yeah, the game it was hi. Thanks for sharing that for us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
As Chad is saying, clearly Tesagi.
True. Tesagi. Oh my god.
Like we're just in silence. We're just speechless. There's just nothing more to say.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing. It's just you know, StarCraft. Oh my god! I'm glad you won, Frost. I'm very glad you won. Thank you, Papi. But what they were doing was illegal, actually illegal. And, yeah, GG. GG. Well played. Good job. Good job. I never want to see that again. I think what's most disappointing is I know that there's a now I know that there's a player out there that's just massing nothing but lurkers in ZVT, and they're probably finding some success, and they're probably finding success after they mine out all the gas, kill all their lurkers, and then just make nothing but lings, and that's when they're winning games. But it's happening. It is happening.
Do you think that's like their go-to build?
Yeah, I actually think so. Yeah, 100%. I think that's just their bread and butter. That's what they do. They open up.
Surely
they open up 3 hatch with no lings, with 2 queens and 1 spine crawler at the natural, 1 spine crawler at the third. Going into a what was that? It was like a 4-minute lair. Into a 1/1 hydras, of like 50 drones. That was disgusting. Oh my god.
But surely more lurkers will work.
Surely. I'm gonna message.
I like how Iba kind of started losing his mind in the middle of this as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna message Eva.
What are you gonna say?
I just said ah. Oh my god. Frost in the chat. I love the cast. Thank you guys. Shout out to Frost in the chat. Of course, if you want to tune in to some of these games, to that game specifically that we just witnessed, that we were just forced to endure, then Frost does stream pretty regularly over on her own Twitch channel, so you can watch it there. Got you covered.
Mm-hmm. So as the chat is saying, now everyone is tired. It just took all of our energy.
All of the energy, all of it. I'm done. In the middle of this broadcast, I believe Soundo did redeem another replay cast, but we can save that for next time. I think we already casted one Soundo replay. Fair. Yeah. Ranger also redeemed a replay as well, so we have one from Ranger and one from Soundo, but I think we're capped out for today. I think we're done for today.
Yeah, we can do this at our next broadcast, which will be
tomorrow. That's for you too.
I thought you were gonna say what it's gonna be, but then.
Our next broadcast is going to be in less than 12 hours time. We're going to be live once again with the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, our bi-weekly tournament for the regions of Oceania, Southeast Asia, Latin America, North America, and the rest of Asia as well, including China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. So yeah, in less than 12 hours, we're going to be back here again. I think it's, 10 hours from now? What is it? When is it? Yes, 10 hours from now, we're going to be live here once again on the Cranky Ducklings. So if you enjoyed today's broadcast, if you want some more Cranky Duckling action, then we got you covered over here in 10 hours. Until then, we had a pretty long broadcast. 10 hours straight of casting, actually. 10 hours straight.
Wow.
I haven't done a 10-hour cast in a long time. It's been a couple.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think the last 10-hour cast I did was DreamHack. It was DreamHack last year.
Maybe, unless it was when one of the KSL into Rice Cup into WTL.
But even then, I think there was a gap between Rice Cup and WTL. There was like a 2-hour gap or something. This was no gap. This was back to back to back to back. So even then, I had a little bit of a break. So yeah, this was just non-stop for the past 10 hours. We've been casting here. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those wondering, my lovely co-caster for these replays was Kuro. So Kuro, why don't you let the people know more about yourself?
So I'm Kuro. I'm 16 Squad Sanseki. I know it's a hard name, but it's at least unique. And I'm generally the behind-the-scenes person of Cranky Duckling. So, I manage the Discord, I manage the stream, I manage the overlays, I manage the social media, like, all the things that are not being in front of camera and casting is usually me,
Hmm.
or at least most of them. And yeah, I mostly just do that. So if you want to follow my work, then basically follow Cranky Ducklings, because this is partially my thing. If you want to follow my own stuff, it will be at Twitch TV/16 Squad Sanseki. I don't know when I will stream, but I've been addicted to the tavern game and I'm playing it at every possible moment I have free. Someone save me. But other than that, I will actually not be here next week because I will be going to Sweden.
Are you
So
officially announcing
yeah,
it?
I am unofficially announcing it that I will be in Sweden. That is all.
Okay, so next week Kuro will be in Sweden, and what is happening in Sweden next week? Oh, figure it out yourself. Oh boy, so yeah, we have a lot coming up, our typical broadcast, and maybe a little bit more as well, as we are gonna be trying to, yeah, just cast as much as we can, as often as we can, as is typically the case here at the Cranky Ducklings. This weekend is gonna be a little bit lighter on content because there's no World Team League. No WTL today or tomorrow. World Team League has been rescheduled to Monday and Tuesday instead. So yeah, we are going to have a little bit more time to ourselves this weekend. Thankfully, I'm going to be looking forward to the break. And
You mean you will be looking forward to the Diablo?
oh yeah, 100%. You can also follow me at @Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I haven't streamed StarCraft in a week, almost a week. I've been taking some days off playing some Diablo 4 instead with Asher, and it's been a lot of fun, but I will be streaming StarCraft soon next week, I'm sure, when I have a little bit more free time. So !light in the chat if you want to follow me there. There we go, just posting the commands in the chat. Otherwise, if you're only interested in our casting, Cranky Ducklings on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We are all over the place. And we also have a YouTube channel where you can support us and follow us there for all of our VODs. And you can also follow us over on Patreon. We have a Patreon set up to support all of our tournaments, like Sparkling Tuna Cup, Grand Platypus Open, and the Tenacious Turtle Tussle as well. So all of our events are funded through Patreon. If you want to support us, that is the best place to do it, so we can just run more events and support more regions as well.
Mhm.
With that, Kuro, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the stream?
Don't run your lurkers into tank lines, please. Please.
Don't go mass
Lurkers
lurk.
have feelings too.
The PSA. Take care of your lunkers, Papi. Take care of them. Don't throw them away like trash. And don't smile after you do it either.
That was savage. It's like,
Smurge.
they died.
Smurge. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys in 10 hours for some more StarCraft. Until then, hasta luego.
Bye.